Everybody, welcome inside here at KATO Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you as we get ready for the ACCAC Women's Regular Season Finale as Eastern Arizona College hosts Pima Community College. Starting lineup for Jim Rosborough's Aztecs tonight. Todd Holthouse not in attendance, home under the weather tonight in Tucson. So Jim Rosborough in his starting lineup, 5'6" sophomore guard from Tucson, number 10, Angel Adelman. A 5'8" sophomore guard from Shiprock, New Mexico, number 20, Iona Johnson. A 5'8" sophomore from Rio Rico, number 22, Luisa Chavez. A 6'2" sophomore from Holbrook, number 23, Matea Aberly. A 5'11" sophomore from Page, number 32, Torrance Begay. The starting lineup tonight on sophomore night here at Eastern Arizona College. A 5'11" sophomore from Eugene, Oregon, number 1, Tiara Bolden. A 5'3" sophomore guard from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 2, Addie Malone. 5'11" sophomore from Anchorage, Alaska, number 5, Sky Miller. A 5'10" sophomore from Goodyear, Arizona, number 23, Cassidy Dixon. And a 6'1" sophomore from Carlsbad, New Mexico, number 25, Shalance Montoya. Under the direction of Angelica DePaulo in her first season, the Monsters are 27-1 and 20-1 in the conference. They have locked up the number 1 overall seed in next week's ACCAC Region 1 tournament. They will not play again after tonight until Friday, March 10th at 7 o'clock here at home against the winner of Western and Cochise in the Region 1 championship. Eastern comes in tonight's matchup ranked number 14 overall in the country. We're ready to go. Pima in their road blue and orange. Eastern in their home white and purple. As I mentioned, Todd Holthouse not here tonight. The head coach for Pima, Jim Rosborough, is in control of the team tonight. And nothing like handing your team off to a 25-year-plus Division I assistant at University of Arizona under Lute Olson. It's not a bad guy to hand your team off to when you're sick. It will be Montoya to jump center with Aberly, and it's one into the front court to Adelman for Pima. Left side, now to Torrance Begay. Ball's loose, picked back up left side, jumper on the way. No good by Aberly, and it goes out of bounds back to Eastern Arizona College. Eastern basketball, left to right, just underway. First quarter here from Eastern Arizona College. Addie Malone into the front court, top of the key. Leaves it on top to Sky Miller. Left side to Montoya. Out to Bolden. Goes left side to Dixon. Can't handle it, but regains possession with 14 to shoot. She'll drive the lane. Scoop shot is short. Rebounded by Montoya. She can't put it up and in. Aberly with the rebound for Pima. Right side into the front court. Begay with it. On top now to Chavez. Chavez goes right. Double team come. Leaves it back left side to Johnson. Johnson with the basketball left side to Begay. Begay backs it up out against Dixon, and a whistle and a foul called on the way by against Eastern number 23, Cassidy Dixon. Begay slow to get up after the play as she hit the deck. She'll stay in the lineup though. It'll be Aztec basketball, baseline left. Chavez will inbound. Into the corner to Johnson. Catch, shoot, three on the way. Back iron, no. Rebounded down low by Montoya for the Monsters. Into the hands of Malone. Into the front court on a right-handed dribble against Adelman. On top to Miller. Miller left side to Montoya. Back to Miller, right side. She can't hang on to it. Locked out of bounds by Adelman. It'll be Eastern basketball with 15 to shoot. Miller will inbound baseline right. Down low to Bolden. She catches there. Dribbles out to Montoya. Pump fake. Loses the handle and stolen away by Chavez for the Aztecs. She'll push it up right side. Down low to Aberly. Near side to Johnson. Johnson against Miller. Johnson goes right. Bumped by Miller. Out to Chavez. Chavez picks up her dribble around to Johnson with 15 to shoot. Into the corner, Aberly fires a three. Check that. Begay fires the three. No good. Montoya there for the rebound. Off to Malone. Into the front court for Eastern. On top to Montoya. Montoya around to Dixon left side. Dixon down low to Montoya. Montoya double team, loses the handle. Bolden chases it down. Out to Malone. She'll back it up with 9 to shoot. Calls for a head tap. Gets a screen from Montoya. Goes left with it. Pulls up from the left elbow. On the way short. And rebounded by Dixon in the corner. And then she throws it away. It goes over and back all the way down the floor. It will be Pima basketball. 7:46 to play. First quarter. No score. They're between Eastern and Pima. Chavez will inbound. Baseline left for the Aztecs. Lobs it in on top to Johnson. Catches against Malone. Down low to Begay in the lane. Pump fake, step through, up, under, and score it for Torrance Begay. The Aztecs on top, 2-0 in this one. Into the front court, near side, Tiara Bolden. She'll cross over, go left, now right on Johnson, and she's fouled on a block down low. I believe Johnson. It will be on Iona Johnson.
The Aztecs, number 20, Iona Johnson, her first team foul. Monsters ball.
That'll be the first on Johnson. Miller will inbound baseline right. Into Bolden. Bolden catches, has it knocked away, and then fouled on a hip check by Pima. The foul will be on 23, Aberly. Second team foul. Miller will inbound baseline left. Into the left side. Addie Malone for 3. Too hard. Rebounded out of bounds off of Bolden. It'll be Aztec basketball. Johnson will inbound. Right to left. 2-0. Pima leads. 7:17 to play in the first quarter. Adelman into the front court. She'll go right on the dribble to Chavez. Chavez against Bolden. Down low to Aberly. Aberly underneath to Begay, who scoops it up underneath. Reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Dixon. Off to Malone. She's on a sprint into the front court. Leaves it on top to Montoya. Back to Malone. She'll hand it off to Bolden. Bolden comes right. Picks up her dribble. Back to Malone with 17 to shoot. Down low to Montoya. Montoya double teamed. Fades away. Puts it up and in for Shalance Montoya. 2-2. Eastern and Pima all tied up. Adelman sprints it back the other way, and it's knocked out of bounds by Addie Malone. It'll stay with the Aztecs with 25 on the shot clock. Into the lineup for the Monsters will be number 44, Gracie Sorensen, the 6'4 freshman from Syracuse, Utah. And into the Aztec lineup, number 34, Miriam Traore, the 6'3 freshman from Mali. Chavez to inbound baseline right. Into the corner to Johnson. Catches there against Dixon. Backs it down on the baseline. Now kicks it back up to Chavez. Long 3 off the back iron, no good. And out of bounds off of Eastern Arizona. It'll be Pima basketball baseline left. 6:28 to play in the first quarter. 2-2. Eastern and Pima all tied up. Chavez to inbound. Into the corner to Traore. Now back to Adelman. Down low to Begay in the lane. Pump fake, double team. On top to Johnson. She'll drive right baseline. Running floater is in and out, no good. Dixon with the rebound. She'll sprint it into the front court for the Monsters and leaves it for Malone. Malone between the circles with the right-handed dribble against Adelman. On top to Dixon. Dixon goes right. Double team comes in the lane to Sorensen. Sorensen back out on top to Malone. Goes left around to Sorensen's screen. Near side to Dixon. Down low to Sorensen underneath the basket. Double team. Goes lefty to the glass and score it for Gracie Sorensen. And the Monsters take the lead 4-2. 5:45 to play in the opening quarter here from Eastern Arizona College. Adelman into the front court. Calls a set play. Goes right with Malone on her hip. On top to Chavez. Running 3 is off. Miller with the rebound. Into the hands of Malone. She'll walk it into the front court, picked up by Adelman. Gets a screen from Sorensen, goes left with it. On top to Miller. Miller curls, goes right against Begay. A scoop shot is blocked out of bounds by Begay. It'll stay with Eastern baseline right. Sky Miller will inbound with 12 to shoot into the Eastern lineup. 5'9 freshman from Santo André, Brazil, number 10, Victoria Santana, replacing Addie Malone. Aberly back into the lineup as well for Pima. Into Bolden, left corner, step back jumper on the way, good. Foot is on the line, just a 2 but Bolden hits a long jumper. 6-2, Eastern on top. 5 minutes to play first quarter. Adelman into the front court around to Johnson screen, goes left, down low to Traore. Works against Sorensen, goes right, blocked by Gracie, picked up by the Monsters into the hands of Dixon. Dixon, left side to Bolden, catch underneath the basket, reverse layup is good for Tiara Bolden. And a steal by Bolden on the inbounds. 3-on-1 back the other way. Bolden in the lane, lefty off the glass, no good. Johnson with the rebound for Pima. Off to Chavez, and a timeout called by the Aztecs. 4:29 to play, first quarter. Eastern 8, Pima 2, back after this 30-second timeout.
Hello, my name is Ramari Childs. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 5:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Sky Miller, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm studying my sports medicine. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 7:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside KATO Gymnasium, campus of Eastern Arizona College, Thatcher, Arizona, where winter has decided that we needed a little bit more of it. Gorgeous day today, almost 70 degrees. Snow expected tomorrow. Pima basketball after the timeout. Monsters lead 8-2. Adelman into the front court, goes left against Santana, lobs it to Johnson on the slip, and she's fouled on the way up. Was it Miller that came over late for the Monsters? And they're going to call it on Tiara Bolden.
Tiara Bolden, her first, second team.
That'll be her first.
Shooting 2, Iona Johnson.
Iona Johnson will go to the line for the Aztecs to shoot 2. First trip to the foul line for Pima tonight. First one, it rolls over the front iron and in for Johnson. She'll get one more. Now Johnson fires her second. That one is good. Into the Pima lineup, number 12, Dominica Costa, 5'11 freshman from Nogales. The Monster basketball leading 8-4, 4:19 to play in the first. Miller with the basketball left side, comes right on the dribble to Santana. Santana hands it off to Bolden around a Sorensen screen with the left-handed dribble. Back to Santana. Santana on top to Miller. Miller thinks about it, now takes the straightaway three. Good for Sky Miller. 11-4, Monsters on top. Miller the leading scorer in her sophomore campaign for the Monsters. It was sophomore night. They were honored at halftime of the men's game as Pima can't hit the layup of Costa out of bounds, but they're going to say last touch by Eastern. It'll be Pima basketball. Baseline left. Chavez to inbound, gets it in down low to Acosta. Acosta spins, blocked by Sorensen, her second of the ball game. Off to Santana, quickly up to Dixon, and Adelman gets back to strip it away and out of bounds. Dixon with the jump stop, but Adelman with her right hand was able to poke it out of bounds. Miller will inbound baseline right for Eastern. 25 on the shot clock, lobs it on top to Santana. She'll go left on Adelman, through the lane, lefty scoop shot won't go. Acosta pulls down the rebound. Off to Adelman. Adelman loses the ball at midcourt, shovels it to Chavez. Chavez drives, kicks it back on top to Adelman. She'll fire a three. That's short, and it will go out of bounds into the front row on the far side. Monster basketball. Into the Eastern lineup. Number 4, Alana Payway, the 5'6 freshman from Hamilton, New Zealand, replacing Tiara Bolden. Eastern basketball left to right, leading 11-4, 3:16 to play first quarter here in this regular season finale. Both these teams into the playoffs as Miller fires a three too hard left side, rebounded by Santana underneath. She's going to put it back up from the baseline, can't hit. Chavez with the rebound. Chavez sprints it into the front court, goes right against Miller, steps through, now back on top to Adelman. She'll work against Payway. Down low to Acosta. Acosta against Dixon. Spins right, gets to the glass, can't hit, and pulled down by Santana for the Monsters. She'll walk it left-handed into the front court, the freshman from Brazil. Goes left on the dribble on top to Dixon. Right corner to Payway. Payway goes right baseline, finds some room, leaves it for Sorensen to Miller. Miller drives, scoop shot, but she traveled with the basketball first. There'll be a turnover back to the Aztecs into the Eastern Arizona lineup. Number 14, Elva Chavez, the 6'1 freshman from Mexico. And back into the Pima lineup, number 32, Torrance Begay. She'll replace Aberly. Pima basketball, right to left. Monsters up 11-4, 2:24 to play in the first quarter. Adelman into the front court, hands it out to Chavez, way on top against Santana. Now to Acosta between the circles. Swings it around right side to Johnson. Johnson to Chavez, right side. Stolen away by Santana. Here she comes on the run. She's got Chavez with her to the left. She jump stops, loses the handle, but then chases it down to Miller. Miller across court to Payway. Drives right, finds some room underneath the basket, shovels it to Sorensen. She can't hang on. Picked up by the Aztecs into the hands of Adelman, right side. Adelman drives right baseline against Payway. Kicks it back to Acosta. Acosta out on top to Johnson. Johnson left side to Chavez. Down low to Begay. Begay goes left. Her leaner won't go. Rebounded by Adelman for Pima. In the lane to a cutting Chavez. Blocked by Santana. The third block of the game for the Monsters. And a timeout called by Eastern. 93 seconds to play in the first quarter. 11-4. Eastern on top. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Hello, my name is Amari Child. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 5:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Sky Miller, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm studying my sports medicine. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 7:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
.133 to play in the first quarter, 11-4. Eastern Arizona College on top of Pima. It'll be Eastern basketball. Backcourt left. Chavez will inbound. Into Payway. Right-handed dribble into the front court. Back to Chavez. Left side to Miller. Miller around to Sorensen. Screen comes right into the lane. Gets to the glass. Loses the handle. Rebounded by Sorensen, though. Out to Santana. Eastern will reset, 15 on the shot clock. Down low to Payway, down to Sorensen, double team comes, out to Santana. She drives, scoop shot, or leaner off the glass and good for Victoria Santana. 13-4 Monsters with a minute to play in the first quarter. Adelman into the front court. Top of the key, right side to Johnson. Johnson against the screen, comes back near side, Miller on her hip. Out on top to Chavez. Chavez goes right. Scoop shot at the glass won't go. Santana with the rebound. She'll sprint it into the front court. All the way to the glass to Payway. 5-foot jumper rolls off no good. Chavez with the rebound, but she lands out of bounds. It'll be Pima basketball. Back into the Eastern lineup. Number 25, Shalance Montoya replacing Sorensen. And into the Pima lineup, number 1, Camilla Norton, 5'7" sophomore from Gilbert. Chavez, right to left into the front court for the Aztecs. Monsters up 13-4, 37 seconds to play in the first quarter. Chavez against Santana, top of the key. Goes right on the dribble. Hands it off to Begay. Long three on the way and good for Torrance Begay. 13-7. Monsters lead with 22 seconds to play in the first quarter. The shot clock is off. Santana with it on top to Chavez. Chavez to Montoya. Montoya has it poked away and stolen by Chavez. Into the hands of Begay. Chavez hit the deck, rolled a little bit, but no traveling called. Begay back the other way. Stolen away by Santana. 2 seconds. Pulls up for three at the buzzer. Too hard. And we'll go to the second quarter here at Eastern Arizona College. 13-7. Monsters on top. Back after this full timeout.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach. But previously, I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. The small expression I have for my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say your bodies, you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
Welcome back inside here at Eastern Arizona College. Just before tip-off, I ran into former Eastern Arizona College basketball player Susie Namoa, who is here in attendance tonight. She's currently at Western New Mexico playing basketball. Her season ended last week. She came out and support her old teammates. Good to see her. It'll be Eastern Arizona College basketball, left to right. At midcourt, Eastern needs somebody to inbound. It will be Elba Chavez, who will inbound at midcourt for the Monsters. Into Santana at the time stripe. Monsters lead 13-7 as Santana comes into the front court. Top of the key. Down low to Montoya. Catches against Aberlee. Goes left off the glass. No good. Rebound is loose. Picked up by Montoya. Blocked on her follow. Off to Sky Miller, and she steps through the double team and puts it up and in. We've talked about it all season, how Sky Miller, when you need a bucket or you need a stop, she seems to be the player that gets it done for Eastern. Into the front court, Johnson with it for the Aztecs. Left side to Chavez. Chavez against Santana. Comes right around a screen, top of the key. Back to Aberlee, left side, long jumper on the way. Rebounded by Payway underneath for the Monsters. She sprints it into the front court to Miller, right side. Miller in the lane to Montoya, off the glass and good. Nice dish from Miller to Montoya. 17-7, Monsters by 10. Chavez into the front court, left side. Top of the key, left side now to Norton. Back to Johnson, left side. She'll fire a three of her own, in and out, no good. Montoya with the rebound. Into the hands of Santana. She'll walk it into the front court. Top of the key. Left side to Montoya. Montoya, 17-foot jumper of her own. Back iron, no good. Santana with the rebound. The follow too hard. And pulled down by Norton for Pima. Into the hands of Begay, near side. She'll sprint it into the front court on the alternating dribble against Chavez. Goes left around Chavez. Gets into the lane. Over Miller. Can't draw iron, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Eastern. Back into the Eastern lineup will be number 2, Addie Malone, replacing Sky Miller. It'll be Eastern basketball, length of the floor, left to right. Alana Payway will run point for Eastern. 8:18 to play in the first half. Monsters by 10. Payway against Norton, right side. Has a screen set up, goes left. Now leaves it for Chavez. Chavez looking low. Now crosses over, gets into the lane, and a traveling violation going to be called on Chavez. Cassidy Dixon to check back into the Monster lineup, replacing Chavez. And backs into the Pima lineup, number 10, Angel Adelman. 8 minutes to play in the first half, 17-7. Eastern on top. Chavez into the front court, right side to Aberlee. Now on top to Chavez. Chavez goes right around the screen. Santana stays with her to Johnson. Down low to Begay. Begay off the glass and good as she got loose from Dixon. 17-9, Monsters lead. 7:40 to play in the first half. Santana into the front court. On top to Payway. Around left side to Malone. Malone drives, kicks it to Dixon. Dixon against Begay. Drives right, gets into the lane. Scoop shot is short. Rebounded out of bounds off of Begay. It will be Eastern basketball. Back into the Pima lineup, number 12, Dominique Acosta, replacing Johnson. Eastern basketball, baseline right. Malone to inbound. Into Dixon, right side. Hands it right back to Malone. Down to Dixon. Dixon kicks it cross court to Payway. 15 to shoot. On the right-handed dribble, gets a screen from Montoya, pulls up from the left elbow, and drills it for Alana Payway. 19-9, Monsters back to a 10-point lead. Chavez sprints into the front court. Santana catches up. Out to Adelman. Adelman goes right into the corner to Aberly. Aberly drives the right baseline. She's fouled on the way up by Montoya. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the first on Shalance Montoya.
Shalance Montoya, her
First team foul.
First team foul.
That'll put Matea Aberly at the line to shoot 2. 6'2" sophomore from Holbrook. Her first free throw hits the back iron, then the front, and then still rims out. To the line for her second. Now is Aberly. Fires. That one is good. 19-10, Eastern leads, 6:56 to play in the first half. Santana into the front court, top of the key, gets a screen, goes right around it, into the lane, pulls up from 10, right side, buries it for Victoria Santana. The high screen game has been working for Eastern here in this one, 21-10. Adelman into the front court, goes right to Begay. Another long 3 on the way, short, and that one will go out of bounds again into the front row, right side. That'll be Monster basketball. Length of the floor, left to right. Dixon will get it into Santana. Santana will bring it into the front court against Begay. Picked up at the top of the key. On the right-handed dribble. Leaves it to Dixon, left side. Dixon drives right. Kicks it to Malone in the corner. On top to Santana for 3. Back iron, no. Rebounded by Malone. 5-foot jumper is short. And Adelman will pull it down. And then a reach-in foul called on Victoria Santana. That'll be her first and the second team foul. 16 to play first half, 21-10. Monsters on top. Monsters have been efficient on the defensive end to start this one. Adelman into the front court. Right to left, picked up by Payway at the time stripe. Adelman crosses her over into the lane, out to Begay. Thinks about a 3, now goes right on Dixon. Step back for a 3. Back iron, no good. Acosta high for the rebound, and we'll have a jump ball underneath the basket. Alternating possession will stay with the Aztecs with 20 on the shot clock. Chavez will inbound. Baseline right. Looking down low for Acosta. Lobs it into her right baseline. Pump fake. Spins in the lane. Blocked by Montoya, but I think a foul going to be called. It is going to be on Montoya. That'll be her second. And that'll put number 12, Dominique Acosta, at the line for Pima.
Number 12, Dominique Acosta.
5:49 to play first half, 21-10. Monsters on top. First one is off the back iron, no good. Now set Acosta at the line for her second. Gracie Sorensen set to check in for the Monsters. Free throw is up and in. Sorensen will check in, replacing Montoya, who will go to the bench with 2 fouls. Monster basketball up 21-11, 5:49 to play in the first half. Malone with it. Into the front court against Chavez. Near side to Dixon, right side to Santana. On top to Malone. Malone drives left, kicks it on top to Sorensen. Gracie going to shoot up a 3. Off too hard, rebounded by Santana on a great hustle all the way across the floor to Malone near side. Malone goes right. She's going to fire a 3 of her own, in and out. Dixon with the rebound. Eastern gets another offensive set. Santana crosses over Acosta, gets in the lane, steps through, and she puts it up and in for Victoria Santana. The double team came, she hopped through and back to her right hand and made it look easy, 23-11. Eastern on top. Adelman into the front court. Right corner to Aberly. Back to Chavez. Chavez comes left. Steps back with her foot on the line. Off the glass and good. A 2-pointer for Luisa Chavez. 23-13. Eastern on top. 4:49 to play in the first half. Santana into the front court. Left side to Sorensen. Sorensen down low to Santana. Double team come, kicks it to Malone, right corner for a 3. Good for Addie Malone. Nice look from Santana in the lane. 26-13 Monsters. Chavez into the front court, around a screen, goes left in the lane to Acosta. Acosta Aberly, right side. She'll put up a 12-foot jumper and good from the right side. 26-15, Eastern on top, 4:16 to play in the first half. Malone with the basketball, hands it off to Payway right side. Payway on the left-handed dribble between the circles to Dixon, around to Santana left side. Santana comes right on the dribble, left corner to Dixon. Dixon comes right on the drive, finds some room in the lane, scoop shot won't go. Acosta with the rebound. Off to Adelman for the Aztecs, spins around Payway into the front court, leaves it for Chavez. Chavez goes right around a screen, steps back, can't get the three off. Now left side to Begay, in the lane to Acosta, back to Begay, top of the key. She'll dribble right with 11 to shoot. Lobs it down low to Acosta. Acosta goes left in the lane to Aberly, left side from 15. Over the rim, no good. Saved into the court to Malone. Malone going to drive against Begay, left side. On top to Santana. Santana drives. Now backs it back up on top to Dixon. Around to Payway. Payway to Santana, near side. Down low to Sorensen. Catches in the paint. Too hard off the glass. And Adelman with the rebound. 3 minutes to play first half. Monsters by 11. Begay, long three in transition. Back iron, no. Rebounded weak side by Aberly. And out of bounds off of Pima. It'll be Eastern basketball. Into the Eastern lineup, number 1, Tiara Bolden, replacing Alana Payway. And also into the Eastern lineup, number 1, Rihanna Richardson, 6-foot freshman from Eugene, Oregon. And also back into the Pima lineup, number 20, Aona Johnson. Eastern basketball, left to right. Addie Malone with it. Works against Adelman out on top. Lobs it to Dixon, near side. Dixon gets a screen from Richardson, goes left, drives the lane to the glass, scoops it in for Cassidy Dixon. 28-15 Monsters. Adelman into the front court. Left-handed dribble against Bolden. Goes left. Bolden with some tight defense down low to Aberly, and she's fouled by Richardson over the top. That'll be the first on Richardson. Fourth team foul. Next foul, Pima will be in the bonus. Chavez will inbound baseline left into Acosta. Acosta will be tied up by Santana as she grabs the ball with two hands. Alternating possession will give it back to Eastern. Into the Pima lineup, number 14, Rain Holton, a 5'8 freshman from Queen Creek, replacing Chavez. Eastern basketball with 2:20 to play first half, leading 28-15. Malone into the front court, on top to Dixon. Goes right on the drive, finds some room. Scoop shot is up and in for Cassidy Dixon. She goes right and then lays it up with her left hand. It's closer to the rim. Into the front court. Adelman with it, goes right around into Costa screen, stolen away by Dixon, and we'll have a jump ball as Adelman grabs it back as well. Alternating possession, we'll leave it with Pima with 20 on the shot clock and 1:52 to play in the first half. Eastern has doubled up the Aztecs 30-15. In on top to Adelman, works against Bolden. Goes right, loses the handle. Johnson chases it down. Santana goes to the deck, no whistle. Out on top now to Holton, left side to Aberly. Down low to Acosta, 7 to shoot. Acosta out to Adelman. She finds some room, fires, and good from the left side for Adelman. 30-18, Monsters lead, 90 seconds to play in the first half. Malone into the front court to Richardson, right side. On top to Dixon. Dixon around to Malone. Malone, crossover dribble, pulls up from the right elbow. Good for Addie Malone. Got the defender on skates and put her up and in. 32-18 Eastern. 66 seconds to play in the first half. Down low, right side. Floater won't go for Aberly, and out of bounds to Eastern. Into the Pima lineup, number 22, Chavez, and in for Santana, 0, Samantha Madrid, 5'8 sophomore from Eager, Arizona. Sophomore night, she was one of the sophomores honored during halftime of the men's game. 32-18. Eastern on top. Dixon with the ball on top. Right side to Bolden. Now to Madrid. Around to Malone, left side. She loses the handle and kicks it out of bounds. Turnover back to the Aztecs with 45 seconds even left in the first half. Chavez will inbound to Adelman. Here's a 15-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Adelman into the front court. Gets a screen, goes right with it, picks up her dribble, back to Chavez out near the logo. Works against Madrid, left side, crosses her over, gets to the left baseline, kicks it cross court, down low, Aberly right side, her jumper won't go, rebounded by Dixon. Dixon off to Malone. Malone will walk it into the front court, left to right. Works against Adelman, 13 seconds to play. Goes right around to Richardson's screen. On top to Madrid. Madrid fires a three straight away as an air ball. And it'll be a turnover back to Pima with 5 seconds to play in the first half. Into Adelman. Adelman goes right on Madrid. She's going to try to go coast to coast, and she can't get it off in time. At halftime, it's Eastern Arizona 32 and the Pima Aztecs 18. We'll be back for the halftime report coming up after this. Welcome back inside here at KATO Gymnasium. Eastern Arizona College leads Pima 32-18 at halftime. Let's look at the numbers in the first half for the Aztecs. 3 for Angel Adelman, 3 for Dominica Costa, 2 for Luisa Chavez, 1 for Aberly, 7 for Begay, and 2 for Johnson for the Aztecs. For Eastern, 4 points for Tiara Bolden, 5 for Addison Malone, 2 for Alana Payway, 5 for Sky Miller, 6 for Victoria Santana to lead the Monsters. She had 5 rebounds as well. Cassidy Dixon had 4 points and 6 rebounds. And Shalance Montoya, 4 points and 5 rebounds, and 2 points for Gracie Sorensen in the first half. We're now joined by Cameron Turner, the head coach of Eastern Arizona College men's program. In the regular season finale, a 104-90 loss to Pima. And it felt like every time you guys got back to within striking distance, 5 or 6 points, Pima would come down and hit a big shot, and you guys were, against the 8 ball again. But I thought you guys played hard all the way through.
We did. Pima's a well-coached, good team. They're ranked at the Division II level. I think they're the D2 champions. If I am not correctly, yes, they got a lot.
Scottsdale lost in overtime to Cochise, so So Pima did win the D2 side. So
and they're very sophomore heavy, so they just are a good team. They hit good shots. Hey, and we had to weather that. It felt like a playoff basketball atmosphere, and I chalk that up to that's a good thing for us going into now Saturday when we play at Western again.
You will be at Western on Saturday in the opening round of the Region 1 Division 1 tournament, and that game is Saturday at 7.
Correct.
In Yuma in the opening round. That's the 2 versus 3 matchup. Cochise will host, who's the 4?
Mesa.
Mesa will be the 4, and their final year as a Division I program, right? They're dropping down Division II next year. So they will be at Cochise on Saturday as well. The winners of that game will meet to when is the region championship game?
March 7th.
So March 7th would be the championship game at the higher seed, right?
Correct.
Whoever's the higher seed in that would get the home game in the championship of that one. Well, let's take a second. The regular season over. You've had a little bit to digest your game. Let's a little reflection on the season.
Putting the program, my stamp on the program. I'm happy. We won 21 games. It's been a while, to win 21 games. The last time they won 20 was in 2019. So for year one to win more than 20 games is a big deal for this young group. I'm going to have most of the guys back. We only have 4 sophomores. Maybe a couple freshmen or 2 will move on, but the core group will be back. And to compete with most of the teams in our conference, they're rolling with guys that have been here for 3 years because of COVID, and that now will all go out the window. So we're a veteran group for next year. I'm really happy where we're at, and we're just going to keep getting better because I have high character guys. They get in the gym, they care about each other, everything you want as a coach. I enjoy being around them, having them around my family. That's a big deal. Sometimes that doesn't always happen, but I trust them.
Right, and I've traveled with you guys on the road all throughout the year, and not a ton of teams take the chance to just sit and chat, but we go on the road, Theo and DeRay will come up and we'll just talk basketball for 2.5 hours, and that just doesn't happen all the time. So I agree with you that your group this year is a good bunch of kids, and I think in the playoffs when things get down to it, that's an important aspect of a team. Yes,
and we talked about it after the game. Obviously we're disappointed we lost. You always want to win. But I commend them, to kind of rebooting the program, putting our stamp to win 21 games. That's a big deal. We didn't play any prep schools. We played all colleges. So that's a big deal. And now we're going to fight. We made the second season. We're going to play in March. If you can play any game in March is a big deal because so many teams, their seasons are over. They're going home. Some kids, they'll never get to play college basketball again. So be thankful for the opportunities that they have to continue to play each game.
And it's a big one Saturday at Arizona Western, 7 o'clock in the opening round of that one. And key to that game, you've seen Western twice this year. What's a big key to Saturday?
We got to guard the 3 better. We didn't do that last time there. We got to put better ball pressure. And then we just got to kind of get out of our own way and be confident. Hey, move the ball, because that second half when we played them down there, we moved the ball freely and we played with confidence. But we had a bad first half and we couldn't make up the difference.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a different games, playoff. Everybody's 0-0. Doesn't matter now.
Doesn't matter. You're right. Regular season records go out the window. We've seen 4 beat 1 in this tournament before. We've seen 3 beat 2 on the road as well. So it is anybody's game on Saturday when you guys go down to Western. So, Coach, congratulations on a very successful first season. Good luck Saturday in the opening round of the playoffs.
Appreciate it.
That is Eastern Arizona College head coach Cameron Turner. We'll be back with more here from Eastern right after this.
My name is Amari Childs. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 5:30 on February 28th at the KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hey Coach, you just saw the new Gila Hank. What do you think?
Oh, I loved it. It's fierce.
Hey guys, check it out, guys. I got the new Gila Hank here.
Really?
Check it out.
Oh wow, there's new Gila Hank.
Wow,
so sick. That's amazing. That's fire.
He looks like he's ready to fight.
It's modern, it's new, you can do lots of different things with it. I love it.
Good morning, Janae.
Why are you brings you here?
I stopped by because I wanted to show you the new Gila Hank.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Godzilla. I love it. It's a great day to be a monster.
Oh, look at that. He's ultra modern.
Hey guys, I want to show you the new Gila Hank here. What do you think?
Fierce and modern.
Looks good. That's nice.
Gila Roofers.
Go Monsters!
Yeah, go Monsters.
Go Monsters!
Go Monsters.
Go Monsters.
Welcome back inside here to KATO Gymnasium campus of Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you for the final time in the regular season here on the Eastern Arizona College Athletic YouTube. The Eastern Arizona College women will not play again until March 10th. That is next Friday at 7 o'clock in the Region 1 championship game. That's what the number one seed gets you, is a bye all the way to the championship game on the women's side. And so Eastern will have to win one game. Then if they win that, they'd be the region champions, and then that would get them to Lubbock, Texas for the NJCAA Women's National Tournament. Let's take a look at the dates for those. I heard it's usually the week of spring break. It has been for all my years covering Eastern Arizona College basketball, but I heard that it was moved back 1 week, so we'll just look live right now and see when the national tournament is. Championships, how about that? You know, the NJCAA has done a nice job of keeping their website up to date, but it's hard to find the championship. Let's see, women's basketball. D3 men's basketball is in Herkimer, New York. D3 women are in Rochester, Minnesota. D1 men at the Sports Arena in Hutchinson, Kansas. D2 men in Danville, Illinois. D1, there we go, March 22nd to 27th at the Rip Griffin Center in Lubbock, Texas is the national tournament. Eastern has to get past their opponent in the championship game here, though, on March 10th to be able to go to that tournament. And most likely will be Cochise, a team that they split with, who gave them their only loss this year. So Eastern still has a big game left. As I mentioned, March 10th here at 7 o'clock in the championship of the Region 1, Division 1 Region 1 championship. Looks like we're ready for second half action. Eastern leads at 32-18 over Pima. As we mentioned, Pima is already locked up the D2 side of things as well. For those that are new to the region, the conference, the ACCAC has a Division I and a Division II component to it. And once the playoffs start, each teams go to their respective divisions to play in the playoffs. Pima College has locked up the number 1 spot. So these are the top 2 teams in the postseason. Oh, that is men's basketball. Let's go to women's basketball. How about that? Women's basketball. Standings. That's much better. And they are also the number 1. The Pima men and women are number 1 seeds in the Division II playoffs. The Pima women will be the number 1 seed in the Division II playoffs. 23-6 this season. Eastern coming into this one 27-1. We're ready for second half action. Eastern will start the second half with Cassidy Dixon, Sky Miller, Shalance Montoya, Tiara Bolden, and Addie Malone, all 5 sophomores. Pima will counter with their starters, Adelman, Johnson, Chavez, Aberly, and Begay. We're ready to go. Second half action. Eastern basketball, Miller into the front court. On top to Malone, back to Miller. She'll go left around a screen, gets to the glass, can't hit, no whistle either, and pulled down by Adelman. Adelman will push it into the front court. She'll go left, kicks it to Begay. Wide open for a 3, left side. In and out, no good. Aberly with the rebound, and she's fouled by Montoya on the way up. That'll be her 3rd. And that'll put Aberly at the line.
Monsters number 25, Shalance Montoya, her 3rd, first team foul.
First team foul of the 3rd quarter.
23.
First one on the way, in good for Aberly. 32-19, Monsters on top, 9.5 to play, 3rd quarter. Second one good as well. 12-point lead for Eastern, 9.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Sky Miller will bring the ball into the front court, right to left. On top to Malone. She'll bring it through the circles. Now left side to Miller. Miller goes left. Pump fake, no good. Montoya with the rebound and put back underneath for Eastern. Chavez on a sprint out to the near side against Bolden. Loses her footing and the ball picked up by Bolden. Bolden on the run, center of the floor. She'll slow up, set up the offense. Hands it off to Miller right side. Miller against Begay. Comes through the middle of the floor to Dixon. Can't hit her. The ball's loose into the hands of Adelman, who throws it over her head to Chavez, who brings it into the front court. Crosses over on the Monsters. Step back 3 won't go. Begay with the rebound, that won't go. Chavez with the rebound near side. Back out to Aberly, down low to Johnson in the lane, and she puts it up and in. And a timeout called by Eastern Arizona College. 8:35 to play, 3rd quarter, 34-22. Monsters by 12. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Hello, my name is Ramari Childs. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 5:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Sky Miller, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm studying my sports medicine. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 7:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
8 minutes, 35 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Eastern leads Pima 34-22. It'll be Monster basketball after the timeout. As Addie Malone brings it into the front court. On top to Montoya. Montoya turns, spins it left side to Dixon. Dixon down low to Montoya, catches in the lane, stolen away by Chavez. Turnover back to Pima, left side to Johnson. Johnson lobs it to Aberly, she can't hang on to it. And it's a turnover back to Eastern Arizona. Malone right to left into the front court. for the Monsters. Right side to Miller. Miller back to Malone. Goes left to Bolden. Bolden around a screen, drives the paint into the lane. Off the glass, no good. Montoya with the rebound. Kicks it out to a wide open Addie Malone for a three. Side iron, no good. Averly with the rebound. Off to Adelman. She'll push it up into the front court against Malone, and Addie fouls her, but they're going to say it was on the floor before the shot. That'll be the first on Addie Malone. It'll be Pima basketball, baseline right. Chavez will inbound. Chavez in the corner to Averly. Goes left baseline against Dixon. Picks up her dribble to Johnson. Curling into the lane and fouled on the way up by Addie Malone. So they're going to call the foul on 23, Cassidy Dixon, her second.
Shooting two, Iona Johnson.
Iona Johnson at the line for two now for Pima. First free throw is up and good for Johnson. (34-23). Second free throw is good as well by Johnson. 34-24 should be. Into the front court, Bolden with the basketball. Down low to Montoya. To Malone, 15-foot jumper, short. Rebounded by Johnson. Into the hands of Adelman. Adelman into the front court. Top of the key, goes right around to Johnson's screen. Gives it off to Begay. Begay down low to Averly. Averly, 8-foot jumper, good over Montoya. 34-26, Monsters on top, but Pima has cut it to single digits. Left side, Bolden with the basketball. Drives right, backs that back out to Dixon. Dixon curls, now steps back from 15, no good. Averly with the rebound. Leaves it for Adelman. Quickly into the front court to Chavez. Chavez to the glass and one. She's fouled by Tiara Bolden. She'll go to the line to try to make it a three-point play for the Aztecs. The foul on Bolden will be her first. Check that, her second. Into the Eastern lineup, Victoria Santana and Gracie Sorensen replacing Malone and Montoya. And Chavez to the line trying to make it a three-point play for the Aztecs. 34-28. Eastern on top. Chavez free throw on the way, in and out, no good. Dixon with the rebound. Santana into the front court, right side. Goes left around a screen. Kicks it to Dixon, right side, down low to Sorensen. Sorensen double teamed out to Dixon, near side to Bolden. Bolden gonna step into a three from the left angle, too hard, rebounded by Sky Miller, and she loses it out of bounds. It'll be Pima basketball. 6:27 to play in the third, 34-28. Eastern has led the entire way, but Pima has cut it to a 6-point lead. Chavez drives right side, kicks it in the corner to Adelman, left side. Adelman drives the baseline against Santana, back to Averly. Averly back to Adelman, and it's knocked out of bounds by Sky Miller. It'll stay with the Aztecs front court left with 13 on the shot clock. Chavez will inbound. In on top, stolen away by Victoria Santana, and then she is grabbed by Adelman on the way by. And I think that's going to be an intentional foul on Adelman. She definitely grabbed Santana as she was trying to go for the fast break, didn't go for the basketball. So now the officials are going to talk it over. It's going to be an intentional foul on number 10, Angel Adelman. And that'll put Victoria Santana at the foul line to shoot the intentional fouls.
Victoria Santana.
Santana will go to the line to shoot two. for Eastern on the intentional foul on Adelman. First one is up and good for Santana. Santana fires her second, and that one is good as well, 2 for 2. Monsters will get the ball back after the free throws as well. Tiara Bolden will inbound for the Monsters, front court right. And on top to Sorensen, around to Miller. Miller in the lane to Bolden, she catches, double teamed, lefty off the glass, no good. Adelman with the rebound. 5:58 to play in the third, 36-28, Eastern on top. Chavez, NBA three on the way, no good. Sorensen with the rebound. Into the hands of Santana. Santana on top against Adelman. Right side to Sorensen. Sorensen on top to Dixon. Left corner to Bolden. Bolden goes left baseline. Around, reverse, up, no good. Rebounded by Chavez. For Pima, on the run into the front court, leaves it for Adelman. Left side to Johnson. Johnson down low to Begay against Miller to the glass and good. 36-30 Monsters lead, 5:15 to play in the third. Bolden with it to Santana, around a Dixon screen, goes right, back to Sorensen in the left corner to Bolden. Bolden fires a three from there, over the rim too hard. Miller with the rebound against Begay, can't hit the shot, gets it back and puts it up and in for Sky Miller. 38-30 Monsters. Johnson into the front court, leaves it for Adelman. Back to Aberly, right side against Sorensen, picks up her dribble, into the corner to Johnson. Johnson back to Adelman. Adelman down low to Begay, catches against Dixon, and she puts it up and in. 38-32, Monsters on top. Miller into the front court, spins on Chavez, and she's fouled hard on the way up by Luisa Chavez. That'll be the foul on Chavez, will be her first. Into the Pima lineup will be number 12, Dominica Costa, replacing Aberly. And Sky Miller will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. Miller with 7 points tonight for Eastern. I think Miller's still trying to catch her breath. She took a pretty hard fall on that foul by Chavez. Miller's first free throw is good. 4:29 to play in the third, 39-32. Monsters on top, second one by Miller, good as well. 40-32, Eastern by 8, with 4.5 to play in the third. Adelman into the front court, right hand dribble, gets around Santana, loses the handle though, gets it back over Sorensen, won't go. Rebounded by Acosta in the lane for Pima. She'll give it back to Adelman on the right elbow, down to Acosta against Sorensen, spins in the lane, and tries to find Begay in the right corner, and it's out of bounds. Back to Eastern. It'll be Monster basketball, Santana at the helm. Into the front court, top of the key, around to Sorensen's screen. Goes right on the dribble around Adelman to the glass and up and in for Victoria Santana. And the Monsters back to a double-digit lead, 42-32. Begay into the front court to Acosta, left side. Back to Johnson. Johnson gonna step in and fire a long jumper, won't go. Bolden with the rebound for Eastern. She'll turn and sprint it, 3-on-2. Bolden in the lane, steps around, off the glass and good for Tiara Bolden. And now to a 14-point lead. And then a steal by Miller coming back the other way for Eastern. Long pass to Dixon, catch, reverse, no good. Rebounded by Bolden, and then Adelman will steal it away, and we'll have a jump ball called underneath. Alternating possession will be Pima basketball, and then a official's timeout. It looks like Pima's got an injured player down in front of their bench. Is that Iona Johnson then is down? Looks like it. And now the training staff coming out to look at her as we'll have a break in the action. And we'll see if they get her up right away. They will. Iona Johnson, the injured Aztec. Back into the Aztec lineup, Camilla Norton, as Johnson will walk towards the end of the bench to the training table to be checked out there. It will be Pima basketball after the alternating possession on the jump ball. 3:18 to play in the third, 44-32. Monsters on top here in this regular season finale. Monsters looking to keep the momentum going into next Friday's Region 1 championship game. Chavez into the front court, crossover on Bolden, goes right, step back on the way, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Bolden in the corner for Eastern. Off to Santana. Santana into the front court, goes right on the dribble, directing some traffic. Near side to Bolden. Bolden hands it off to Miller, left side, goes around to Sorensen's screen. Miller crossover, leaves it to Gracie Sorensen in the lane, that's short, and Adelman will pull down the rebound. Loses the handle, pulled down by Norton, and a jump ball. Eastern will get it back on the alternating possession. Great drive by Miller and dish to Sorensen. I think she had some room to take at least a power dribble and get to the rim, but went for the short jumper, just left it short. Alana Payway back into the Eastern lineup, replacing Tiara Bolden. Miller will inbound baseline left for Eastern. Into the corner to Santana, right side. Step back, three on the way, in and out, no good. Adelman with the rebound for Pima. She'll bring it into the front court against Dixon, and then pulls up from 16 straight away. Can't hit, but Chavez will sky for the rebound for Pima. Picks up her dribble outside, leaves it off to Begay. Begay to Acosta, right elbow against Sorensen. Back to Chavez. Chavez goes left to the elbow. Picks it up outside, 6 to shoot. To Norton, back to Chavez. Chavez is going to throw up a wild shot, can't draw iron. That's a turnover on a shot clock violation. 2:02 to play in the third, 44-32, Eastern on top. Payway will walk it into the front court for the Monsters. Right side, on top to Santana. Left side to Miller. Miller crosses over on Begay, goes left to the baseline, steps through, puts it up over her head, rolls off, no good. Rebounded by Acosta, and then a reach-in foul called against Eastern. It'll be on Gracie Sorensen, her first. Fifth team foul. That should put Pima at the line to shoot.
Subbing for the Monsters, number 14, Elba
Chavez to the line.
And in for the Aztecs,
Aberly back into the Aztec lineup. Unless they called that an offensive foul underneath. I don't know that that changes that in women's basketball. Left side, Chavez with the basketball. Comes right on the dribble, around a Begay screen. Step back, off to Adelman left side. Off to Begay, left baseline, and she double dribbled with the basketball. It'll be Eastern basketball. Length of the floor, right to left. 1:26 to play in the third. Monsters up 44-32. Santana into the front court, right side to Dixon. Dixon comes left on the dribble, swings it back to Santana. Santana drives the left baseline. Her scoop shot is short, and we'll have a jump ball on the rebound. Alternating possession will be Pima basketball. Begay will inbound. Into Adelman. Into the front court. Comes around a screen, top of the key. Tries to leave it back to Begay. Stolen away by Dixon. Dixon, length of the floor, lays it up and in. 46-32. Begay into the front court. She'll drive, blocked by Santana on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot two. The foul on Santana will be her second. That'll put Begay at the line to shoot. Into the Eastern lineup will be Addie Malone, replacing Victoria Santana. Begay at the line to shoot two for the Aztecs. 49.7 seconds to play in the third, 46-32. Eastern on top. First one rolls off, no good for Begay. Looks like Pima will be without Iona Johnson for the remainder of this one. She's got that left ankle heavily iced. The second one is good by Begay. She'll head to the bench, be replaced by 35 Callista McLean, a 6'1 freshman from Tucson. Eastern basketball, Elva Chavez into Addie Malone. 48 seconds to play in the third. 46-33, Eastern on top. Chavez with the ball, right side to Dixon. Comes left on the dribble, 15 feet from the basket out to Payway. She'll dribble right, now steps back for a three, no good. Gets her own rebound in the lane, leaves it to Dixon. Dixon out to Chavez. Near side to Malone, down low to Gracie Sorensen. Sorensen drives in the lane, off the glass too hard. Pulled down by McLean for Pima. Off to Adelman. Into the front court with 13 to play in the third. Eastern with a 13-point lead. Goes right on the dribble. Adelman with it still. 6 seconds. Right side to Aberly. Aberly double team. Down low to McLean. Stolen away by Cassidy Dixon. Heaves it from half court. Off the front of the iron and no good. At the end of the third quarter, Eastern leads at 46-33 over Pima. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, my name is Angelica De Paula. I'm the head coach for women's basketball. This is my third year here. I was 2 years assistant coach, and now this is going to be my first year as the head coach. You guys can expect to see a hard work group that will battle together for 40 minutes. If I were to describe my team in one word, that would be tough. I think we're tough. We've been working so hard every single day, 6 a.m., conditioning weights, and we are tough together. I always tell my players to be grateful to be here, giving back, and never take anything for granted because tomorrow is not promised. I hope to see you all at the game. Go Monsters!
10 minutes on the fourth quarter clock. Monsters lead it by 13, 46-33 over Pima College. It'll be Eastern basketball at midcourt. Chavez will inbound into Malone. Malone against Adelman into the front court, top of the key, right side. Knocked away by Adelman and stolen by the Aztecs. And then she double dribbled with the basketball, and they're going to call it a carrying violation. Same difference. It will be Eastern basketball. Eastern basketball, Malone with it. Into the front court, right to left against Adelman. Goes right on the dribble. Swings it to Payway between the circles. Payway comes right on the dribble. Around the corner, hands it off to Dixon. Dixon near side to Malone. Malone down low to Sorensen. Sorensen back out to Dixon. She's going to fire a three. In and out, no good. Rebounded out of bounds off of Chavez. It will be Pima basketball. 9:23 to play in the ball game. 46-33. Monsters on top. In this regular season finale. Both these teams have already wrapped up the number one seed in their respective region playoffs. Adelman with the ball right side on top to Chavez. Chavez with a screen going right into the lane, leaves it down low to McLean. She can't hit, but a foul will be called on Payway on the way by. That'll be the first on Alana Payway. That'll put McLean at the line to shoot two for Pima, looking for her first points tonight.
Number 35, Callista McLean.
First free throw is up and good. A quick look at the fouls tonight. Eastern has had 13 fouls called against them, just 4 fouls called against Pima all night long. Second free throw in and out by McLean, but chased down and out of bounds off of Payway, as nobody could get it before it went into the Pima bench. Begay back into the Pima lineup. Chavez will inbound baseline right for Pima. Doesn't get it in time. It's a 5-second violation. Great inbound defense there by the Monsters. It'll be a turnover back to Eastern with 9:03 to play. 46-34, Monsters on top. Into the front court. Sorensen with it, top of the key. Gets it to Dixon, left baseline. She'll drive, loses the handle. Back out to Sorensen, around right side to Malone. Malone comes left, gets into the lane. Lobs it right side for absolutely nobody. It'll be a turnover back to Pima. 8:37 to play in the ball game. 46-34, Monsters on top. Adelman into the front court, left to right. Right side to Chavez. Chavez down low to Aberly. She'll go right, now left against Sorensen. Finds Begay. Begay goes left against Chavez and loses it on the way up, but last touched by Eastern. It'll be Aztec basketball with 14 on the shot clock. Chavez will inbound baseline left. Into the corner to Begay. Begay step back three over Sorensen is short. Chavez with the rebound and is knocked out of bounds by Begay. It'll be Eastern basketball. Chavez will inbound to Malone. Both teams looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. Monsters lead 46-34. On top, Payway with the basketball around a Sorensen screen. Now she'll go left. Out on top to Dixon. Dixon drives to the glass, leaves it short. Rebounded by Aberly. Into the hands of Adelman. Up to Chavez on the right side. She'll sprint it all the way to the glass, and she'll lay it up and in. 46-36. Monsters by 10. With 7:42 to play. Malone with it. Out on top to Dixon between the circles. Right side to Chavez. Chavez around to Payway. Payway fires a long three and buries it from the right side. She says, let me try it from way out here, and she puts it up and in. 49-36. Monsters on top. Adelman back the other way for the Aztecs. On top to Norton. She fires a three, no good. Rebounded by Chavez for the Monsters. She'll bring it into the front court right side. She'll go right on the dribble to Payway. Around a Sorensen screen. Now back right. On top to Dixon. Dixon down low to Sorensen. Sorensen out left side. Malone for three. Won't go. Norton with the rebound for Pima. Into the hands of Chavez. Leaves it for Begay off the left side. And a timeout called by Pima. 6:45 to play in the ball game. Eastern leads at 49-36. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hello, my name is Amari Childs. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm studying business. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 5:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters.
Hello, my name is Sky Miller, and I'm from Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm studying my sports medicine. Come see the team and I take on Pima at 7:30 on February 28th at KATO Gym. Go Monsters!
6 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the regular season finale for both these teams. Eastern leads Pima 49-36. Eastern women will be back in action next Friday, March 10th at 7 p.m. in the championship game of the Division I, Region I championship. Pima basketball into Adelman, left to right. Goes right around in a Costa screen, pulls up from the right elbow, and out of bounds, turnover.
Out of bounds, Monsters ball.
Back to the Monsters. Victoria Santana with it into the front court, right to left. Between the circles, she goes right. In the lane to Sky Miller. Miller traveled with the basketball.
Traveling. Aztecs ball.
Sky Miller doesn't agree, but Coach DePaulo and the officials do. Turnover back to the Aztecs. 6:18 to play. Monsters by 13. Rain Holton with it. Right side to Adelman. Looking for Acosta down low, and Santana kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Pima basketball, baseline right. Chavez to inbound. Down low to Begay. Begay back to Chavez, right corner. Comes left on the dribble, out on top to Holton. Holton drives, floater won't go. Rebounded by Santana, and then she's fouled by Acosta on the rebound. The foul on Acosta will be her first team foul. Non-shooting foul. Eastern basketball length of floor right to left. Into the front court. Santana with the basketball, right corner to Bolden. Bolden holds it high, comes left on the dribble. In the lane to Dixon. Dixon finds Sorensen. Sorensen goes strong to the glass and scores it left-handed for Gracie Sorensen. And the Monsters now go on top 51-36 with 5.5 to play. Adelman with the basketball left side. Now she'll come right against Santana in the lane. Her running floater won't go. Santana pulls down the rebound. Monsters trying to finish the regular season with just one loss and finish with the best record in team history. In the lane, Sorensen with it. Double team. Goes lefty up again. Too hard off the back iron. Chavez will corral the rebound. Into the hands of Adelman. Down low to Acosta, and a foul called on Sorensen as she went through Acosta on that steal attempt. The foul on her will be her second. Aberly back into the Pima lineup, replacing Acosta.
Subbing for the Aztecs, number 23, Matea Aberly.
Chavez will inbound baseline right for Pima. Stolen away by Sorensen on the inbound. She'll leave it to Santana. Nice quick hands by Gracie Sorensen. Santana into the front court, hands it off to Dixon. Dixon loses the handle on a crossover, chases it down just before the time stripe. Off to Bolden. Bolden crosses over left, pulls up from 12, too hard. Rebound goes through the wickets like croquet, and it'll be a jump ball. Alternating possession will be Pima basketball.
Subbing for the Monsters, number 25, Shalance Montoya.
Shalance Montoya back into the lineup, replacing Gracie Sorensen. It'll be Pima basketball. 4.5 to play in the game, 51-36. Monsters on top. Chavez with the ball, right side, and she's fouled on the way by. I thought Tiara Bolden had all ball on that drive by Chavez, but the near side official said she did not. That'll be the third on Tiara Bolden. And they're going to say Chavez was on the way up.
Shooting two, number 22,
okay.
Luisa Chavez.
Luisa Chavez to the line for Pima. Her first one is up and good. Chavez has 3 points in the fourth quarter, the only Aztec to score so far for them. And the second one in and out, no good. The Monsters have only scored 5 points in the fourth quarter, 4.5 to play. 51-37, Eastern on top. Santana into the front court, right side to Dixon. Dixon on top to Montoya. Montoya down low to a wide open Sky Miller, and she is fouled hard again by Adelman. That'll be the second on Adelman. And they're going to say on the floor, no shots. The officials are going to say it was on the floor, no shots. Miller will inbound baseline left. In low to Montoya, to the glass. In and out, no good. The Monsters have missed about 6 or 8 of those tonight, right at the rim. They lead 51-37, 4 minutes to play. Chavez traveled with the basketball back the other way.
Monsters ball.
Game's getting a little bit physical here in the fourth quarter of the season finale. Eastern basketball, Santana with it into the front court, 3:54 to play. Right side to Bolden. She'll come left on the dribble around a screen, pulls up from the right elbow. Good for Tiara Bolden. 53-37. Monsters on top. Adelman into the front court for the Aztecs against Santana. Right side on the dribble. Out on top to Chavez. Down low to Begay, and she's fouled on the way up. I think it's on the weak side help. Nope, they're going to call it on Sky Miller. That'll be her first.
Monsters number 5, Sky Miller, her first. Fourth team foul, shooting 2. Number 32.
That'll put Begay at the line to shoot 2 for Pima. First free throw on the way, in and out, no good. Now Begay back to the line for her second. That one is in for the Aztecs. 53-38. Eastern on top, 13 points tonight for Begay. The leading scorer on the floor for Eastern is Victoria Santana with 10. And the swing pass trying to get it back to Santana over her head and out of bounds. This game feels like a season finale where both teams have already secured their postseason. Both teams number 1 in their tournaments. 3:11 to play in the ball game. 53-38. Adelman drives, loses the handle on the way by. I'm going to say last touch by Eastern. 22 on the shot clock. Chavez will inbound baseline right for Pima. Looking down low for Aberly. Instead swings it to Adelman right corner. Back to Aberly in the paint, and she'll spin left-handed off the glass and good. 53-40, Monsters by 13 with 3 minutes to play. Into the front court, Miller with the basketball. Down low to Montoya, stolen away by Chavez. Here comes Pima on the run. Right side, all the way to the right baseline. Chavez with it, double team there. And a timeout called by the Aztecs. 2:43 to play in the ball game. Eastern 53, Pima 40. We'll be back inside KATO Gymnasium in 60 seconds.
Hi, my name is Cameron Turner. This is my first season as the men's head basketball coach, but previously I've been coaching the women's program for the last 5 years. Describe my team in one word, it's tenacity. My team is hungry, it's humble, and it's thankful for the opportunity to be here at EAC. They have great energy every day, they're positive, and they're willing to fight for EAC. A small expression I have for my team is to give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. That's a famous quote from a famous American distance runner, Steve Prefontaine. I can say goodbye to you got to do your best day in and day out. I want to see all of you there. Come out and see us play. Go Monsters!
2 minutes, 43 seconds left in this one here at Eastern Arizona College. Monsters lead at 53-40 over Pima College. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Eastern Arizona College Athletics YouTube channel. All season long. We'll have one more for you next Friday at 7 o'clock as the Monsters will play in the Region 1 championship game. Chavez to inbound into Begay. Long three, short. Aberly with the rebound. Kicks it out to Adelman left side. Gets it to Chavez between the circles. Down low to Begay. Begay loses the handle, chases it down to Aberly. To Adelman. She'll fire a three. Short. Rebound is loose, and it's going to be a foul underneath on Eastern. I think it's going to go against Montoya. Check that. Tiara Bolden. That'll be her fourth. Coach DePaulo making sure her team knows they need to box out. After that missed rebound, Chavez to the line to shoot two for Pima. Pima in the bonus the remainder of the game. Chavez's first free throw rolls around and in. She'll get one more for the Aztecs. That one on the way, around and off, no good. Dixon with the rebound. Into the hands of Santana. 53-41, Monsters lead, 2:20 to play. Santana with it on the alternating dribble, top of the key. Goes left on the dribble. Now gets a screen from Montoya. Backdoor to Sky Miller, off the glass and good. Nice timing and nice pass from Santana to Miller. Adelman into the front court. Goes left on Santana and fouled on the way up. The foul will be on 25. Shalance Montoya, her fourth. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be number 21, Brianna Richardson, and number 15, Emma Zolomans, the freshman from Bro Sweden. Adelman at the line to shoot 2 for Pima. The first one is up and good. 53-42, Monsters 55-42. Monsters lead, 2 minutes to play. Second one by Adelman, rounded off, no good. Richardson with the rebound in the corner, and she is fouled by Chavez. And I think Richardson ran into the door when she came down. The foul will go on 22, Chavez. That'll be her second, just the third team foul. It'll be Eastern basketball. Length of the floor into the Pima lineup. Number 44, Jordan Joe, 6-foot freshman from Gallup, New Mexico. It'll be Eastern basketball, right to left. Santana will leave it for Bolden. Bolden into the front court against Joe. Hands it off to Miller. Miller right side to Santana. Santana out on top to Bolden. Bolden comes left, finds some room. Lefty to the glass, no good. She gets her own rebound, though, in the lane. Leaves it to Richardson. 15-foot jumper. Back iron, no. And a rebounding foul underneath against the Monsters on Santana. That'll be her third, and that'll put Eastern at the line, Pima at the line all the way at the other end to shoot 2.
Shooting 2.
Adelman will go to the line to shoot 2 for Pima with the 1:37 left. Monsters leading by 13. First free throw on the way and good. Looks like Chavez is set to check in for Pima. Should Adelman hit the second? In and out, no good. Zolomans with the rebound. Off to Santana. Into the front court, near side to Miller. Miller right side to Zolomans. Into the corner to Santana. Santana to Bolden. Bolden to Miller. Miller thinks about it. Now it goes right around a Richardson screen. Crossover, spins in the lane. Floater no good, but she's fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul will go on 23, Aberly, her second. Into the lineup for Pima, number 22, Luisa Chavez, and number 34, Miriam Traore, 6'3" freshman. And they're going to find a towel to clean up in the lane. Sky Miller will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. 76 seconds to play, 55-43, Eastern on top. First free throw rolls around and in for Eastern Arizona. Sky will get one more for Eastern. Second one on the way and good for her. 57-43, Monsters lead with 70 seconds to play. Into the front court, and we're going to have a jump ball as Tiara Bolden ties up Holton. Into the Aztec lineup, number 35, Callista McLean. It'll be Eastern basketball. Backcourt into Santana. Santana right side to Richardson, on top to Zolomans. Zolomans left side, and an illegal screen called on the top of the key against Santana. That'll be her fourth. It'll be Pima basketball
Aztecs ball
with 55.5 seconds to play. Chavez into the front court. Comes right around to Joe's screen. Works against Santana. Keeps coming right against Richardson. Step back, 3 on the way. And a traveling violation going to be called against the Aztecs. Samantha Madrid into the Eastern lineup, replacing Victoria Santana. 43.6 seconds to play. Monsters lead 57-43. Looks like the Monsters are going to finish the season with just one loss, and they'll be 28-1 going into the region championship game. Left side, Sky Miller with the basketball. She'll drive right, skips it back around to Madrid. Madrid left baseline. Going to shoot a running floater, no good. Sky Miller with the rebound on top to Zolomans. Leaves it right side to Bolden. 8-foot fadeaway is good for Tiara Bolden. 59-43, Monsters lead, 19 seconds to play. Joe into the front court. NBA 3 on the way, no good. Rebound poked around. Traore with the rebound. Looks down low for McLean. She'll drive right on Richardson. Out on top to Holton. 5 seconds to shoot. Holton to Traore. Stolen away. Ball is loose, and that's the way the ball game comes to an end. Final score, Eastern 59, Pima 43. We'll be back to recap the season finale right after this. Welcome back for the final time tonight inside at KATO Gymnasium, Eastern Arizona College. Eastern finishes the regular season 28-1 with a 59-43 win over Pima College. Let's take a look at the numbers. First for Pima, Angel Adelman with 5 points and 7 rebounds, 3 points and 5 rebounds for Dominica Costa, 8 points and 5 rebounds for Luisa Chavez, 7 points and 7 rebounds for Matea Aberly, 13 points and 2 rebounds for Torrance Begay to lead the Aztecs, 6 points and 2 rebounds for Iona Johnson, and 1 point for Callista McLean. For Eastern Arizona College tonight, 10 points and 5 rebounds for Tiara Bolden, 5 points for Addie Malone, 5 points for Alana Payway, 13 points and 5 rebounds for Sky Miller to lead the Monsters, 10 points and 7 rebounds for Victoria Santana, 6 points and 10 rebounds for Cassidy Dixon, 6 points and 8 rebounds for Shalance Montoya, and 4 points and 2 rebounds for Gracie Sorensen. That'll do it for the regular season, folks. Now on to the second season. The Monsters will host the region championship game on March 10th, next Friday night at 7 o'clock here at Eastern Arizona College. We'll be here to bring all the action on the EAC YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lee Patterson. We'll see you. Be safe. Good night.